Hey everybody, and welcome to my N5 series on the SP404 Mark II, where I cover a topic in about 5 minutes. Kevin Aronson writes in and says, is it possible to reduce noise or unwanted artifacts in a sample without cutting them out? For example, I have a sample that is paced exactly how I want, but in between the sounds I like, there is some loud noise. If I truncate that noise out, I lose the pacing of the sample. Is there a way to quiet specific parts of a sample? And yes, there is. I got a couple ways I would go about doing this. But let's just say I got the sample right here. It's been pitched up. I need to pitch it back down. There's like some hiss in it. Maybe I want the hiss out. Maybe I want like specific sections out. But let's talk through a few different things we can do here. First of all, it's an important thing is make sure you haven't pitched it down, because what I'm going to go and explain is going to cause you some problems, and I'll explain how to also solve that. But right now I want pitch at 0.00, and the reason why is if I come into start and end and hit shift and enter, I want to know exactly how long this sample is. And the reason why I want to know is that anything I do in the future, I want to make sure it's the exact same length for the sample. So I want to know what the start, loop, and endpoints are. And here you can see it's 259878. We can use the value knob to go edit any of these, but we don't want to edit these yet. But I want that number. And I wrote it down here already just so that I could know what the heck it was, so we can come back to it. So what I want to do is, again, like I want this tape hiss to go. So I can, I have I'm on the super filter right now. So you just like select that. You can kind of dial in where you think you might need to be and get the sound kind of where you want. Because what I'm thinking is, maybe you have like some tape hiss or something that's coming in, and you might be able to just filter it down just enough to get rid of it. So let's say that that's what I want to do. And there's just like a section of it I want to do. All I need to do here is resample. I'm going to hit pad 8. And as soon as I start, I'm in wait mode for recording or resampling. So as soon as I hit the pad, it's going to start recording. And I can come in, apply the filter where I want it. So you might be able to hear if you got headphones, but the sample now has kind of applied that filter. And I would say go as hard as you want on it. Like we can come in and set it to 0. And like if you got headphones, you might be able to hear it, but it's barely playing anything. I can kind of bring it up. But the intent would be, if you like really want to get aggressive, you could like take out some snares or hi-hats or something by just playing this when you want. And if you want to get more aggressive, I would say consider using the isolator set all the way to 0. So I can turn that off. We could play it, and I could just manually cut it out. And this is probably about the best I'm going to say you're going to be able to get. Anyway, so we've now got this recorded here with some of that automation, where we're taking out some of the high end. What I want to do now is go start and end, and I need to first truncate this down, because it always has like about 384 samples at the start, and I just don't want to have to do any extra math. So now what I'm going to do is hold shift, enter, and we can see we've recorded 356, 139, which is bigger than the 259, 878, which is fine. But I want to come in and go 259, 878. And I'm just going to hit enter, and we're going to see it pull the endpoint backwards. So now if I play this, and I can turn gate off and loop on, this should loop fine. And again, if you got headphones, you can probably hear the difference. And let's go just do this a little bit more dramatically this time. So we're going to use the isolator instead. And I'm going to do this again. So we're going to go resample. We'll pick pad 12 this time. And as soon as I start playing, it's going to record. So let's say like that. That's what I wanted, because maybe there was like some parts in there. I got a selection here. And again, we can go pitch and, or not pitch and speed, start and end. You can see like there's content missing this time. You can hear it's gone, and you just have to hope that you're playing it correctly. So I would say, just put it in loop, just practice doing it, something like this, or turning your effect on and off should help you out. So again, we're just going to go shift, enter, and can see the start is at 9:17. Let's fix that first. Again, first step, truncate. After you've recorded, Shift Enter to come in. Go down to end. We're going to put in 259878. Hit Enter. We're going to see that pull in. We can turn gate off, loop on. This should loop fine now. So why are we doing all this? Well, one, if you remember, Kevin Aronson wants to just remove specific sections, but he wants to keep the loop like the same length. So we're kind of going through a little bit extra steps here to make sure that we can apply filters, whichever one we want, whether it's super filter, isolator. You could even apply this with any other effect, and you'll get like the same result by basically modifying the tone or timbre of a loop and making sure that you're keeping it the same length. This is probably the most straightforward way to do this. Otherwise, you're looking to probably export your content and do something in a DAW or otherwise where you're actually getting very microscopic and making those changes. But Kevin, I hope this helps you out. Everybody else, thanks for stopping by. Keep making music, keep having fun. Remember, if it sounds good, it is good. And peace.